channel. Alrighty then, good morning, hello, greetings, salutations, and how you doing? My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, The Ruby Phoenix, our Oriental-inspired adventure set in the Pathfinder world of Galarian. Joining me today, of course, are my wonderful Patreons who support the channel and help us keep the lights on, these absurdly bright lights, that is. We've had a few bugbears in the tech, but, we're making our way through because this will actually be the first of the shows held on this channel run with Fantasy Grounds Unity. So I've not used it before. So there are going to be some bugs here and there, but we're going to make do. We're going to make do. Good morning, hello, greetings, salutations, and welcome everyone. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, great.
Awesome. I'm doing very well, thank you. It's I'm doing well. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm keen to start this game. And of course, get you guys straight into this. Now, we are starting a little bit later than usual, so I'm just going to jump straight into this game. I will, however, introduce you as people first. In our top left-hand corner, we have, of course, the lovely Nick. Good morning, Nick. Give us a wave. Hi! Next, of course, is the even lovelier Rick. Hi, Rick.
Hi.
We then, of course, down the bottom have the incredible immersion diversion, or Neil, as we like to call him, and of course
Hello.
next to him the very extra, because I love the background that he set up here, is the very extra Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hello, everyone.
Yay! Nothing's working. Oh no! So there are tech goblins attacking the Twitch channel as well. It's okay. Also, hi Callie. And hi everyone, it's good to see so many people. Jasmine, Ghost, Lance, and Callie. It's all good to see you guys. Alright, so, what do I need to do? Yeah, talk about stuff. This adventure is going to be taking place in Goka. Now, Goka is a coastal city set in the northern part of Tianxia, and every decade a tournament is held. This tournament is known as the Ruby Phoenix Tournament, and it is basically where martial artists from all around the continent, even from abroad, gather together in order to compete, in order to try and win this tournament and earn the prestigious title of champion of the Ruby Phoenix Tournament. Now, we are going to be taking our adventurers from level 1. Unlike the module, which starts us off at level 11, this is kind of like a little side story, a little teaser to get us into the start of the adventure. So yeah, without any further ado, let us transport our characters across the oceans. The scene opens with several large, long boats with sails that stretch out like fans across their bows. As our heroes find themselves performing their morning rituals, this is where we are going to have our characters start. So, I'm going to ask Hatsune. You awaken, as you do many days, in a stable filled with rather large, heavy, sweaty people. The smell of charanko filling the air. It is a very rich, thick, and brothy soup filled to the brim with an assortment of vegetables and the like. The water is milky and white for the broth, and as you awaken to start your daily rituals, you know that an individual by the name of Po, an awakened bear, who also attends the sumo stable to which you belong, is the one who is responsible for the rather delicious and refreshing aroma. All right, the scene is yours. You are muted. Damn silence wizard! Get out of here! Nope.
I think you have her muted.
Do I? No, I don't. Don't lie, Neil. Look at that. Threw me straight under the bus. No clue what's wrong with the tech. Nothing at all. Just straight away. Hey, Michael, what you done wrong now? Jesus. Wow. Wow is all I gotta say.
Welcome.
Bloody hell. All right. Check your plug. The wizard might have come in. Yep. Okay, this is a very intense game of charades. All right. In the meantime, while we try to fix whatever this is, we will jog on a little bit, and we will start in a different place, down in an alleyway by a small tavern known as the Red Lantern Inn. We find ourselves on the outskirts. A very, very disheveled-looking individual lies in a very comfortable pile of refuse and garbage that has been kind of padded together to make a makeshift mattress. Liu, you are awakened by a splash of very salty water. In front of you, you see the innkeeper's daughter, a woman by the name of Reiko. She is a human with her hair tied in a bun, wearing a kind of a kimono, but having the lower half of it sort of hiked up a little bit. She carries with her a bucket of water and a ladle filled with water that she has been throwing out of the front of the house. With you, obviously, by the side, she's decided to come around the side and give you a early morning wake-up call. This is a purification ritual of sorts. And she looks to you and he says, "Are you still here?"
Good morning, Madam Reiko. Yes. My nest was very comfortable overnight, or perhaps I simply was unconscious. Thank you for the morning blessing.
You're welcome. And I trust they're going to use these blessings to good effect in search of perhaps a way to repay for the drinks and food that you enjoyed at our establishment last night. Or perhaps even just to pay for the dress that you ruined from Madame Suki.
Oh. Did I do something?
She taps her shoulder and then points up to what looks to be the second story of the building. Several long bamboo poles hang out the side of the window with laundry out hanging out the edge. You can see that there is this brilliant and beautiful white kimono that has like kind of a slowly fading yellow stain that seems to run along one side of it.
Oh dear. Yes, okay. That does look like one of mine. Yep. Madam Reiko, I suspect is probably a bad thing that I can recognize the sign of my own rice wine regurgitations. The next tournament is not for a little while. I'll see what coin I can dredge up to make things right.
Well, good. And don't kid yourself. The odds of you winning the money at the tournament are low. If you're looking at trying to maybe make some actual money, here. She reaches into her little, it's like a robe, kind of satchel, and she pulls out a small parchment. It has a address downtown, a coastal warehousey kind of address, and it has very little else on it. It does bear a very unusual symbol, though. It is the symbol of an Oni mask, something that does have some ill portents here in town, as many people know it to be the symbol of the Fumiyoshi, a kind of a gang of Oni who run the underground criminal organizations and the like. She says there are some smaller fights that can pay reasonably well for people who know how to hold their own, and while you may not be able to hold your liquor, you may I would be the first to say that you know how to handle yourself in a fight. There may be some hope for you if you were to participate.
A dishonorable job for a dishonorable man. I suppose I cannot be surprised.
She sort of humps and she moves back and grabs a straw broom and begins to sweep. And that brings us to the end of Liu, who is our Tengu monk, I believe?
Yeah.
Excellent. Next on our list, Kaito. You awaken in a small hovel, a tiny but well-kept kind of place. You share this room with about 6 other families and awaken to them busily beginning the day. A mother and her assorted children are preparing to sort of go to school. The father is sort of like, like sitting out on the front with what looks to be some tea. She is just ripping him a new one, yelling at him, "You useless slob! You need to get out there and get a job. If you don't, then I'm going to leave you. I'm going to take all of my kids, and we're going to head to Minkai. My family comes from royalty, and I'm living in absolute squalor." You can see there's this old man who's kind of like sitting on the windowsill. He's got like nail clippers. He's like plucking these big, thick yellow nails and like flinging them out the window. So you guys do have your own rooms, as it were, but it's all like a communal housing area. Yeah. So Kaito, this is the place that you wake up.
Well, I definitely will try to help some people get ready, because I want to try to be as helpful as possible around here. And
then you hear this as someone kills a rooster.
Oh, no. But then I'll go up to the feuding couple and ask if they need anything in particular done.
The woman, a rather heavy set looking halfling, turns to you and says, "Oh, well, I don't know. Are you married, Kaito? Because I'm looking for a new husband." And the husband sort of says, "No, wait now. This is I mean, Kaito is so young for you. I mean, what's he gonna do with some old hag?" Old hag! And she turns and she takes off a slipper and just starts whacking this guy. Because I was joking.
Yeah, that would be kind of. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if you guys need to make some food or something.
As you go to try and make the food, the woman says, "Kaito, don't you start your new job today?"
Oh, yes, that's true. I should.
Look, if you're late for your job and the landlady comes down on you, she's gonna come down on all of us. She walks up to you and she places onto your shirt like what looks to be kind of a small fabric pouch with a symbol drawn into it. It is the symbol of luck and good fortune. She sort of like ties it to your kind of your collar and puts it in your pocket. She kind of like looks at you in that same kind of motherly way and she says, "Okay, now just remember, of course, good impressions are important. Make sure that you're respectful to your seniors, and she then like just sort of kisses you on the cheek, and the husband sort of like, hey, she bids you farewell.
I say thank you. I'm gonna need it.
As you head out into the street, some of the kids who are playing there sort of wave at you. And you make your way towards your first occupation. Now, this is Kaito, our kitsune sorcerer?
Yep.
Yes, our kitsune sorcerer. Do we have a Nick on audio?
Do we have a Nick on audio?
Yay! Yes,
I took
do.
everything off.
Yay!
Made sense.
Yep.
What have I done? I've put you on big screen now. What have I done?
That's okay. I can be a big screen. I like big screens. All right. So
let's restart. Sorry.
So Hatsune is, of course, our dwarven. Geez, I didn't even know what you are. You're a
Monk.
Dwarven monk. So our dwarven monk, who is awoken in a sumo stable. Now, traditionally in a sumo stable, a large number of sumos would live together under one roof, sharing in responsibilities and housework and the like. This, however, is not exactly the best sumo stable in the world. It is run down and worn. There are a total of 3 students who are here. The first, of course, is yourself. The second is Po, and the third is your master. So yes, that is that is where you awaken. So Hatsune, with the smell of the charanko sort of flowing in the air, what would you like to do as you start your day?
Well, I'll roll over and stretch and look around. I assume the master is still asleep.
No, the master would be in the garden around this time of day. The master stacks rocks. It is a particular type of meditation that he does, but these are quite large rocks. So much so that the apparently the homeowners association has made a number of complaints regarding it.
Yep. So I'll get up and I'll, Po, it was my turn to cook this morning. What are you doing?
The bear looks at you and speaks in a number of guttural noises, which you understand very fluently.
Oh, you know the strict rules of who is to do what. We're not going to be able to be accepted by the general community if we don't follow the strict social rules that are governed in the sumo tradition. I know I love your breakfast food, but you should have nudged me. The master's going to be so angry. They're not going to accept us when we keep breaking tradition. I'll pick up the bowls and start setting up for breakfast, getting ready to do my part that is still left.
All right.
Knowing that we're the shame of the sumo community, a bear and a woman.
It is absolutely. And by the way, there is no special thing about Po. He is a bear. Like that's it. He's just like yeah. Anyway, yes. So as you prepare the meals, there's a large bowl that is set out. The bear lumbers to the side of the room, having cleared out the table, dragging, well, for the most part, all the sundry items out and throwing it out the window. You come in with this large, beautiful pot of stew and place it down for the master. The master is a very large Oread, a kind of a stone-skinned individual who walks in. And as he does, he says, "Ah, Po, Hatsune! Ah, blessings of this fine morning to you."
Blessings to fine morning to you, master.
Ah, I smell that the stew is ready. Po,
yes, master.
Did you work on the stew when it was not your schedule? There's a kind of an embarrassed thing. Well, I suppose honey in charanko is unusual, to say the least, but I appreciate Brother Poe's efforts. And what of you, Hatsune? Have you been keeping up with your training and your duties? He
yes, master.
Takes a spoonful of this vegetable stew, now seeping with honey, and just goes... He puts it back down. Well... There has been an opportunity blessed upon our stable to perform, as you know, the Ruby Phoenix Tournament, a gathering of great, strong, and powerful individuals gathers to compete every year But, of course, it is only the most strong and worthy who get summoned. There is, of course, an exhibition of mighty warriors who are participating in the Ruby Phoenix tournament, who seek challenges to display their powers before the event. Well, it turns out that our stable has been asked to provide with a competitor for an exhibition in town this morning. Now, I was going to send Poe, but given his breakfast fiasco, I would like to ask you to represent the stable.
A great honor, Master.
You'll be fighting a foreigner, someone from a far distant land. A strong, they have a word for it. I think barbarian is the phrase. A man who apparently stands taller than most gravestones. They call him the Son of Horus.
Oh.
Hi.
And I'm the daughter of the mountain master. He will be no problem for me.
This is what I like to hear. Well, you will go and face this Son of Horus in the town square in about an hour or two.
Yes, Master. I will go get ready.
He puts the rest of his bowl down and doesn't finish eating. He thanks you and Poe for the meal. This is now a time for you and Poe to eat. As soon as he leaves, however, you can see that Poe's already kind of got his nose buried in the pot, and he's just thrashing his head side to side. He looks up and he's got like some bamboo and some like leaves just in his mouth.
Hello,
You will
Poe.
get there, Poe. You will get there, Poe. You're doing really well. You've managed to wait before Master left, before you started eating. You're getting there.
He seems very proud.
So
yeah.
I will.
Yeah, he's very, very gentle. Very gentle Poe. All right. And, of course, as another introduction to another new character is, of course, Hatsune, the Dwarven monk, who specializes in the martial art of sumo.
Yep.
Now, meanwhile, across town in a small estate, a fight has broken out. Two warriors clash swords and steel, flash and clash. You watch as these two figures begin to run through what looks to be a series of small buildings. As they do so, they crash into these wooden doors, opening up passageways and doing battle, just bouncing from rooftop to rooftop. These two figures dressed in yukatas and brandishing katanas are basically just running amok. As they do so, one of them manages to get the upper hand, tipping and using his weight to suddenly perform a judo hip throw, launching the other to the ground. You can see now clearly that these are two elven boys who are battling and fighting each other. As this happens, all of a sudden the battle itself is stopped, come to a halt at the sound of a large gong that symbolizes a defeat. An elven man in the company of a kind of like a much younger, like a very young elven boy, attended to with about 6 or 7 white-dressed servants, begins to make their way out of one of the major buildings. Looking, the two boys quickly correct themselves and take a knee, bowing deeply as the venerable elder arrives. My sons, you have performed admirably. I could not be prouder of your strength and your might. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
Tamaki, you are not there yet. I'll tell you.
Oh,
When
sorry.
you're,
You said two.
I said two, bro. That's it, two boys.
Okay,
yeah, I
sorry.
didn't say you were one of them.
Alright.
Calm down. I'll get to you.
I'm too excited. All right, sorry.
As he does so, Tamaki, you as you say that, the boy who is standing next to the old man speaks up. The two brothers kind of look to Tamaki. Yes, my son. One day, you too will learn the skills of combat. Look to your siblings. They will guide you.
I will look upon them for guidance and skills. I promise you.
It's a very odd thing to say. Normally a yes would suffice.
Yes.
You have the voice of a poet or an ambassador, but you are not here to be that. You are in magistrate training. One day, son, I will have to leave the many provinces that our family caretakes over many, many years to you and your siblings. It is not a place for you to rule, but a place for you to guide, to teach, and to defend. If you are not strong, then you will let down the people who rely on you the most. So, I would ask that you spar with your elder brother. What is your elder brother's name?
My elder brother's name is Wahiro.
Wahiro! Yes, father. He gestures in front, and Wahiro steps forward. Wahiro, sort of looks at you. He knows he can take you. He's like, he just sort of like dusts off his hands. He keeps his katana just kind of sheathed to his side. Tamaki, what do you do when your father insists that you fight your brother? For a kind of level gauge, you are level 1, your brother's level 5.
Yeah. I just say, you want me to fight Wahiro? I mean,
he looks over at you.
It'd be an honor to fight him.
Good.
And then I'll step forward.
There's this look of dejectment as your father says good. It's like, yeah, my father just wants me to get my teeth knocked in. Okay. You step forward out into the middle of this particular area. Once again, your brother, what was it, Wahiro? Wahiro gestures, and as that happens, you see this small group of like musicians suddenly look at each other. They're like, and they nod, and they start playing little basically just they start playing battle music. As Wahiro basically flips back his robes and tucks his sleeves in. He says, "All right, Tamaki, remember everything we've taught you. All right, roll initiative. For initiative, we are going to be using a perception check as you are fighting your brother in honorable combat." It's pretty good.
I got a 20, yeah.
All right, let's see how Wahiro
I
does.
almost rolled a 20 and then flew 14. I was like, no.
All right, there we go. All right. Ooh, it's a you take the lead on that one. All right. So, what would you like to do?
With the battle music or with the drums starting, I kind of rush in with the fluid motion, and I try to immediately punch away but slap away his wrist.
Yep, very well. Okay, so you're trying. So what are you trying to do? You're not trying to
I'm
hit
trying
him.
to
you're
like as if he were to come at me. I'm trying to still hit him with enough force to do but I'm kind of pushing his hand away, so like kind of off kilters him.
Wait, so are you okay? Sorry, you're making an aggressive defense, like you're trying to knock his hand away, but he hasn't even attacked you yet.
I guess yeah. I'm just gonna go in and try to like strike him in the chest.
All right. So moving forward, you attempt to strike him center mass. Make your attack roll.
Ooh,
Nice.
25.
You manage to land a strike. As you step forward, your palm hits the center of his chest. Roll your damage. You deal one damage to him.
It should be adding my strength. Oh yeah, because my strength is 0. That's
Yeah, so
I
it is
forgot
adding your
Dex
strength.
isn't added. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
All right.
finesse doesn't add Dex to damage. It's just the attack. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Yep,
as you basically strike him in the center, he very quickly reacts to this. He turns almost on a dime and grabs the sides of your jacket. He then immediately turns and attempts basically a trip attack. But this is more like a hip throw, very similar to what you saw him do to your other brother. I need you to make me an athletics check.
Ooh, 16.
Oof. Well, with a 23, he lifts you off your feet, and with a huge hit, wham! You've hit the dirt. Now, he does not let go of your shirt, so you are still prone. This is still part of the combat. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to attempt to kick my feet up and get my legs around his neck for a grapple.
All right, make an athletics check.
19.
Ooh, very nice. Oof. Unfortunately, not enough to beat Tamaki. As you lift your legs to try and wrap around his neck, you actually do lift and place your legs around them, but Tamaki twists his weight and uses his shoulders to kind of just pry apart your legs. What he then does is he is going to try and flip you onto your back so that you are face down in the dirt. So this is now a restraining action. So another athletics check if you'd be so kind. Ooh, you have a chance.
Oh, 12.
No. Okay. So as you attempt to struggle, it's hard for him, but he manages to wham put you onto your stomach.
I want to try and escape him.
All right.
But I want to try and basically roll out of an escape, as an escape. To kind of try and maneuver my way out, like a snake, kind of get out of his grasp.
Yeah, sure. All right. So escape artist.
Almost like squeezing. Yeah.
Yep.
Would
so
that be...
still another athletics check.
I guess 16.
All right, that's not bad. Oof. You struggle, but you do not seem to break free. Wahiro stops for a moment, and as he does, he looks at his father. He then sort of stands up and allows you to rise. As he
stand up. Oh, yep.
He then gestures and is about to bow, but just before he does so, however, your father steps forward and slaps him across the face. He quickly sits down and takes a knee. The old venerable elf turns and says, "I did not say you were finished. Do not show mercy unless your opponent has properly submitted." And he seems speechless. He says, "Yes, father." looking at you, Tamaki, he says, "For the rest of the day, you are not permitted within the walls of the house."
Oh, yes, Father. I understand.
There's there's a sound of like bells that seem to kind of sing out from the rest. Excuse me, the rest of the house, and he turns and leaves you. Your brother sort of stands up and sort of rubs his cheek, and he looks over in your direction before like angrily sort of scoffing and leaving. Your other brother kind of seems distracted by butterflies and has wandered off, leaving you to attend to your day.
All right. I guess with the feeling of defeat, I kind of deserve that. But at the same time, I'm gonna go experience some more other fights. I'm going to go and just I guess just I'm gonna walk around town and just experience the town and try to find out more about the people, just so I can be in a better social environment.
Very well. At this point, you set yourself off. Now, Tamaki is an elven investigator, and with this introduction, we now have our full contingent of players for this adventure. Now, about an hour passed since your previous morning ritual. The town's center is hustling and bustling with a wide variety of beautifully colored market stalls, wagons, and the like. Places where anyone could buy whatever they would like. And in the heat of the festivities featuring the Ruby Phoenix, there are a lot of vendors who are selling a wide variety of different fruits, vegetables, delicious meats, and of course souvenirs for those who wish to, enjoy the festivities of the Ruby Phoenix tournament. Now, Liu, you are in the marketplace because you are supposed to, of course, meet up with an individual. This individual's name is Bolo. Bolo is supposed to give you the hot goss on how to get involved in the underground circuit. Kaito, your boss is Bolo. Bolo has told you that there are some fighters who they need for their boss's entertainment, and there's no better place to find these fighters than at the big display going on in the marketplace. Lots of people will be gathered around there, and it's your job to find something entertaining for the boss. Bolo is just kind of passing down miserable jobs to you at this point, but that's part of the job.
Yeah, it's my first day on the job. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you to Peaceful Wrens for the follow. You are a bloody legend. Let's see. Hatsune, you are, of course, amidst the main stage in the marketplace, awaiting on this Son of Horus that you are supposed to be engaged with glorious battle.
Sure.
And Tamaki, you are wandering the marketplace, finding or seeking out your potential purpose for the time being. The scene will pick up with let's start with Kaito. Kaito, what is your character doing amidst the hustling, bustling marketplace?
Well, I'll definitely be looking for anyone that looks like they might be here to fight instead of just watch. Keeping my eye out for anyone that, has that look. And did he give me anything like to hand out to people?
Yes. It is a black card that has a password on it. When they are to come to this particular address, they would have to give out that password and be allowed access into the underground area.
All right. Yeah, so I'll definitely be looking around for anyone that I feel would fit the bill of what we're looking for in a fighter.
All right. Make a perception check, please. All right, with a 17 perception, on the main stage, you see getting ready, in the very traditional sense, is a Dwarven sumo wrestler. A female Dwarven sumo wrestler, which is incredibly unusual. You also see what looks to be a Tengu of some kind, who seems to have some very, very lean muscles around their person. You can also see a wide variety of other fighters who seem to be kind of milling about. So you see like an 8-foot tall freaking giant who is like enjoying some small side dishes along the sides of the street here. You can see quite a variety of people, but these probably are the ones that stand out most to you.
Actually, I'll probably check out the giant first, because like that's a pretty impressive fighter, or at least someone that looks like he could fight.
All right, very well. The first individual you approach is the giant. Let me get this real quick. All right, as you step closer, this large, heavy, mighty creature seems to be covered in traveler's robes and a hood. What do you say as you approach this very large individual?
Considering that a fairly short individual, it's like that's a little intimidating. But I just say, "Excuse me, sir. Are you by chance here to partake in fighting in this tournament?"
The giant turns to face you, and what you see is... Let me get the artwork here. I would like to take a moment to also thank our sponsors, Hero Forge, that allow me to do some cool stuff like this.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
That's cool.
All right. The giant turns to you and says, "Yes, little one, I have come to carve my honor in glorious battle."
I definitely see that you'll succeed.
Why do you seek battle?
I don't personally seek. I'm looking for fighters so they can join up with Bolo. I have invitations that I'm handing out to fighters.
He looks at your hands, waiting for you to hand an invitation over.
Yeah, I hold it up to him.
He
Way up.
says, "Your invitation is rather small."
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have them in multiple sizes.
That is unfortunate.
If you want, I can tell you the password on the invitation, and maybe where to go. to say that said password if you want.
Will there be strong people?
Yes.
He leans in as you whisper the password to him. It can be whatever.
Okay. So I was gonna say, what is?
What is the password?
Ooh, I think of a good one. Revelry.
Revelry. Very well. I shall be here. And he continues to explore a number of the stalls. As you hand this to him, you're like, "Whew, one down. You need at least like maybe 5 or 6 people, but it's a good start. It is a good start."
Yeah, especially since he could have like accidentally stepped on me and killed me. Something that giant.
Just imagine you
Right.
the size of his knee. Up to
Yeah.
knee.
I'm also like watching the center bit because I kind of do want to see, the fight that's going to take place there. So I'm keeping an eye up there, just because I enjoy watching fights. It's kind of fun. But I do make my way over to the lean Tengu, because he did catch my eye as well.
All right. At this point, Liu, a very small but rather lithe kitsune, approaches you from the crowd.
Good morning to you, Master Kitsune. You're here to watch the exhibition as well?
Yes, I hope I can get some watching in. But right now, I'm actually doing a bit of a recruitment for my master.
Yes, and who is your master?
His name is Bolo. I have his card. He's looking for fighters.
Well, I'm looking for pay.
He pays very well.
Then I would be very interested.
All right. Yeah, if you, I tell you the directions of where to go, and then I'll hand you the card, which has the password on it. And be like, it's nice to know that you'll be joining in. I'll be rooting for you.
Nobody roots for me.
Well, that means I'll root for you double hard.
Thank you for your enthusiasm.
All right.
Uh,
Now, as this is happening, Hatsune, you arrive on stage. Now, you don't have a second per se. Your place, as it were. You do
Yep.
not have a such a thing with so few members of your stable.
Yes.
You arrive at the stage, and a gnome approaches you. A kind of a curious and very, very happy looking gnome. And says, "Hey, sorry to bother you. Are you the local wrestler? I mean, he seems to be speaking in Taldan, not Minkai or Minkan. Tien. He's not speaking Tien. So, does your character have Does your character have Taldan as a language, or not? Is the main
No.
question. No. So yeah, this person is talking Swahili to you.
Yep. I'm just politely looking and watching, but not responding because
He goes, you here to fight? You fight? Fighter. Fight, punch.
yes.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. Me, manager. Fighter, running late, coming here to beat you up.
But I can recompose myself. I will wait.
All right. So as that happens, Tamaki, you can see that a restless crowd has gathered by a ring that has been set up. There is a sumo standing in the center of it, and the crowd that has gathered seems to be restless for a number of reasons. The first being that you have obviously no fight going on, and the second is that you hear some people starting to whisper. You see that? Yeah. I didn't even think they were girl sumos. Are they any good? Well, they can't be, can they? I mean, they're like look at her. She's like a quarter of the size of any other sumo wrestler. Yeah, but what about this other guy, the foreigner? Oh yeah, no, I heard this guy's the size of a mountain. Oh, amazing. Yeah, no, that'll be a good fight. Although, should we really be cheering in a fight where you know a girl's gonna get beat up? Ooh, I don't know. That does seem a little bit on the nose. You can watch as they basically like basically just start smack talking the fight here, and they're saying, oh, people are desperate. This city's in real trouble if they think that this is what passes for a good fight nowadays.
I will come over to the ring and just kind of hearing that, kind of interested in seeing what's about to happen. I don't engage, but with the interest of seeing these fighters they were talking about, it is now peaked as I actually come over with my fan just kind of blowing it in my face. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any other people that might seem like good fighters. Just kind of getting a general area on, Eric, or I'm also looking around to see if there's any possible fights to break out. Maybe I can help settle them, but I'm not trying to get involved in anything right now. I mean, this is an area where fights happen, so.
Sure. All right.
And I'll be watching him to watch when his pocket gets picked.
Well, funny you mention that. As you're walking around, Tamaki, you come across what looks to be a very, very large foreigner. And when I say very, very large, I mean very, 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 very large foreigner.
Whoa.
Love the scowl.
Hello there. I'm
Hello?
here to beat someone up. Are you the person I'm here to beat up? Tamaki,
I am.
do you speak Taldan?
No.
This
I don't know what
This person, you speaking Swahili. You have absolutely no idea what they are saying.
I would just kind of look at him and I just point. You're gonna want to go that way.
What are you pointing him to? You don't even know what he's asking you.
I point it to the tallest fighter I could see.
So you're
Probably the
inside.
giant.
Okay. You point him at the giant. Very well. The man goes, excellent, thank you, and immediately walks over to the very, very large giant and knocks him out. Without any warning, he says, "Hello!" Wham! And with a fist like a solid brick, sends him flying into the stall. The stall snaps in half as the giant tumbles and topples, falling, collapsing underneath.
Ow.
I walk away. just quietly try to walk away.
Recruit him, and now he's dead.
Yeah, Kaito. That guy looks like his neck's broken. Maybe he's probably not dead. He's probably not dead. But you can see that this very large individual is now going. Well, I guess we should continue. He looks around and he can see what looks to be it's almost like a hot metal tray that has heat metal cast upon it. There are sort of like little pancakes that are being fried up on it. You watch as he reaches over and grabs hold both hands onto the metal plate. There's a sizzling sound as he tears it out of the table, and he walks over to the barely conscious giant who, sort of leans forward to try and sort of regain his composure. As he's just got this smirk on his face, and he says, "You know what? I'm going to beat you with this, and once I'm done, I'm going to take a nice, hot, steaming crag crap all over you." And he then basically just starts wailing at this dude. Like, you just watch this iron plate just goes bang! They thought fighting here was going to be hard, they said. Wham! But I was told that I was supposed to beat the living crap out of everything on everyone they told me to. How can I say no to that, you know? He's now talking to this unconscious giant. Wham! He hits him again. Alright. The scene is yours as far as, you guys getting to do stuff. What would you like to do?
That's quite a scene.
Actually, seeing, well, because I don't actually, do I know that fights aren't supposed to be taking place right now?
Yeah, you've taken no bearings of your surroundings in any way.
Okay, I'll look around and just, like, I'm gonna look for, I'm gonna look for someone who knows about, the rules here. Just kind of looking for, I guess, someone handing out flyers, someone, sending out, like, a guard or something like that. Maybe or someone, like a registration, that I might be able to talk to.
Looking around, you see one person who seems to have a clipboard, and that is Kaito.
Okay, I run over to Kaito.
All right. Yeah, Kaito, you're kind of caught in almost like a state of shock at the moment. But
yeah, that just stunned me.
but yeah, there's this guy. So you were talking to Liu over here, and you watch as Tamaki sort of rushes over to you. Here is our barbarian, who, like I said, is a big boy. And here is our poor, unsuspecting giant, who has now collapsed over the stalls that are over here.
You, sir.
Yes.
Regulations on what, like, fights aren't supposed to be happening right now, right? That's for the fights later.
I don't even know why did that happen?
All right.
Attacked him.
I take out my my signal whistle and I blow into it.
All right, you blow a signal whistle.
Liu takes that as his signal to step out of this conversation.
Yep, Liu, you take a step back. Hatsune, you hear the sound of the whistling, and you can see this large dude very, very violently assaulting some random civilian.
Liu will actually take, rather than stepping back that way, he's going to slide around Kaito and take a swig from a pottery flask that he's holding and just go, "Oh, this is a bad idea." and wander over to the giant.
Is it obvious that this could be the barbarian I'm supposed to be fighting?
Make a.
Or know what he's gonna look like? Do we
Uh,
have even a generic idea?
Let's see. Let's get you to make us a. A lore warfare check. That's a good
Oh,
one.
cool!
Yeah,
I've got trained in that.
You totally do.
That's
All right.
awesome.
So let's see what we got. Now, do you want to roll your dice, or would you like me to roll the digital one?
You need to, because I can't get on fancy grounds. At the
Yeah, it's
moment.
fine. You can use real dice because we can't.
No,
get
you roll it. That's
Okay.
fine, so that everyone can see it. That's
All right,
cool.
here we go.
Mhm.
16. All right. With a 16, you have heard of what the Westerners call like a berserker. They're warriors who use incredible anger to fight, basically. This dude definitely just oozes anger. He oozes rage, and that is what he's using to fight. If he is not who you're after, then it would be very surprising.
Well, I'm disgusted by his lack of, I don't know,
Honor.
formality. The fact that he's pummeling this obviously finished foe who he's won.
Oh yeah.
I just, yeah. If he wasn't my intent, or who I think was my intended, I'd probably ignore him. But I'm insulted that this man would, my future combatant would be acting like this. So I'm going to walk down off the stage towards him and challenge him in a more honourable way.
All right. You step off the stage.
I may regret this very much quickly, but oh well.
All right. As you do so, you watch as he puts down the iron slab that he no longer is he's no longer holding up. He kind of licks his finger of the bits of pancake that still kind of cling to it. He's like, "Well, that was fun, but I'm still itching for a fight." He looks in your direction. He's like, "Oh, another challenger. Aren't you a bit small?" As he sort of steps forward, his kind of chest very, very pushed out.
I'll step forward and, hoping to emulate my master's training, bow formally.
All right.
And-
As this happens, we're going to go into initiative. As the moment you bow, he takes his fist and tries to hit you in the back of the head. All right.
Okay.
Now, I wonder if I can... Oh, no, I can do initiative. Okay, initiative. I guess. All right, so we're going to re-roll initiative here. All right. Tamaki, you will get... Oh, wait, no, what? That's not right. No, there we go. Sorry, one more time. Let me try that again. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. Tamaki, you are up first. You can
Alright.
see that he is about to try a cheap shot, hitting Hatsune when she's bowing.
I'm going to. What do I do? I slip off. Seeing as now this isn't a, or knowing this isn't a fight, like an actual fight, like this happened without any regulations, I'm going to try and kind of restrain him. I take off my scarf. Well, not restrain him, I guess. I take off my scarf and I fling it at him, trying to hit him across the arm and get him to kind of like push away the fist. I mean, I don't think I'll do it, but it's a bladed scarf, so cutting him might make him reel back from attacking her.
All right. So, are you trying to intimidate him, or are you trying to make an attack?
I'm trying to attack him.
Yeah. All right. So, make your attack.
All right. Oops. 1 sec. I gotta put the initiative tracker over here so I can drop that. Oh, there we go. 17.
All right. You hit.
I slash. Six points of damage.
All right.
As it
you
cuts
take
across his arm.
6 points of damage. All right. Very nice.
I just look at him. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
He looks in your direction.
And if he
A
gets
new
me-
challenger!
What? No.
You don't understand a single word he is saying.
Yeah.
All right, Liu, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Also, your sorry, real quick, your scarf does it have a 10-foot reach?
It does. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Liu has spent enough time around staged fights and arena combats that this guy's dishonorable conduct is just unacceptable. Also, he's been on the receiving end of enough beatings that he really didn't like it when the guy continued to wail on the giant. That's how people get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So he will assume stumbling stance. So basically, he's got his pottery flask of alcohol that he's picked up on the way into the market. Tosses off a shot of the hooch.
Hey, the bio.
And then moves around to a flanking position if I can get to it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can get to
I
about
got
here.
25.
Oh, you got 25? Then you'd probably only be able to get to here safely.
Yep, or I'll just do that then.
Oh, that's still flanking. Yeah, so.
He sways between Kaito and sort of between Tanaki and is it Kaito or Tanaki and the bench, and then sort of stumbles around the back and will unleash a flurry of blows.
All right. The tumbling and rolling of your fists start to collide with the back of the this giant man as your flurry of blows. Wham!
Wow.
Nice. Another hit.
So two hits.
Right.
The damage gets combined, but I'll roll them separately.
Yep. Oof. Solid.
Second one was weaker, but that's still pretty good.
That is pretty good. All right. Now, I did forget this. Sorry, this was my apologies for this. Now, unlike Pathfinder 1st Edition and Dungeons & Dragons, in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you actually get 3 actions to take. So, Tamaki, on your turn, you moved and you attacked with your scarf. You do still have 1 action. I do apologize. I did completely forget about that as well.
No, you're good. I actually didn't move from where I was.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, so you got 2 more actions.
Yeah. So I guess I actually forgot to do this on this one. So as this action, or technically, as a free action once a round, I can use what's called Devise a Stratagem.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of assesses the situation after hitting them the first time, and it allows me to roll a d20. And the next time I attack him, if I can use that d20,
Sure.
and I basically can decide and figure out if I want to be able to hit him or not. So
Sure, not a problem.
that is a 7. I don't believe that's gonna hit anything, so I'm just not gonna attack this time. But as part of my Devise a Stratagem, I have it's called Recalled Knowledge or Known Weakness. So it's whenever you devise a stratagem, you can also attempt a check to recall knowledge as part of that action. So I want to just basically recall knowledge about this, about him. If there's anything I might know about his race that I might be able to find out if there's any weaknesses or anything.
All right. Well, he's human. Humans are weak to a lot of things. They're not a very hardy race. If it's too cold, they die. If it's too hot, they die. A lot of diseases affect them. They're effectively blind compared to a lot of other races, including the elves. In fact, most wise creatures can employ the age-old tradition of defeating most humans by simply outliving them by just waiting a while.
True. All right. You know what? It gives me so it says if you critically succeed at recalled knowledge check. So I do have to make a roll, but it's you notice a weakness and gain a +1 circumstance bonus to the attack roll from Devise's stratagem. So I guess what would a recalled knowledge be? Would that be lore or?
Yeah, that would be a. Let's see. What kind of check would that be? That would be a. Yeah, I'd say it's a lore society check.
Okay, I don't have lore society. I have lore genealogy.
Genealogy will work.
Okay, cool. So yeah, 24.
Sure, he's human.
Okay, so I get a +1. You know what? With that 7 that I got before, I'll try and attack him. I think with that last action I'll get done. So it's a +1 +7, so 8. Oh, maybe not. No, that'll be a 9 as I try to throw the scarf at him again.
All right. Now, is that including the penalties for attacking multiple times?
Yeah, I have it's attack 1 through 3. The first one is 6. If I attack again, it's a 1, and then if I attack a third time, it's a -4. So
yeah,
I did
correct.
7 plus 1.
So what did you get for this one?
It would have been a 9.
A 9? Yep, that's fine. All right, not a problem. As you whip it out, it does not seem to do anything. All right.
Then I'm good.
So, Liu, you've moved and used your flurry of blows, which then brings us to Kaito.
Yeah, my first thing is I'm gonna run over to the giant and see if he's okay, and possibly heal him because I have heal.
He is on 0 hit points, bleeding out with like lots of lacerations to his head from a big iron plate.
Oh yeah, I definitely run up to him and heal him because I don't want him to like die.
Yeah, not a problem. All right. Just roll your healing in the chat box, and any healing will actually heal him back. So he'll start coming to.
Break it like that.
Oh. No. So if you look on your sheet, you should have under actions. You should have your spells, and there should be a magnifying glass underneath the spell that you're trying to cast. And then you should be able to drag and drop it.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I guess I'm using this one. Oh, not much, but hey, you know what? It stabilizes them, and that's all that matters.
Absolutely. Oh, I haven't been on screen for ages. Jesus, I've not even paid attention. All right. So yeah, the giant's eyes start to come to. You watch as some of the wounds begin to stitch and heal as you begin to channel your healing spell into their person. Now, I've got to check something real quick. You're a sorcerer. How do you have a healing spell?
Heal's apparently a primal.
Yep.
Right. Which, of course, sorcerers are now. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, that's fine.
Depends on your bloodline.
Yeah.
All right. So, the giant is a bit disoriented, but is starting to come to. So you've moved. You cast the heal spell, which is a 2-action ability, which then leads us to Hatsune. Now, the surprise attack on you was disrupted by Tamaki.
Mute.
And how you respond to that is up to you.
Mute. You're muted again.
Oh.
Come on. Sorry.
There we go.
I'm busy trying to get all my stuff written so I know what I'm doing. So I suppose he's not going to actually hit me in the back of the head now.
No.
All right. Is he facing me or is he turned away?
He's facing you, but he's currently looking at Tamaki.
And Tamaki's next to me, back a little bit.
Tamaki is next to you, and
No, yep.
a little bit away from where Crag is standing.
Okay. Since I've not personally actually ever really seen a sumo wrestling match, this is going to be interesting. But so I will move in. For a grapple, I suppose.
All right, very cool. So,
It off. Yep.
so
I
here
don't
are
know
some
how that's
basics
gonna-
about sumo. Now, there are a number of different ways that a sumo wrestler does indeed fight. In the art of sumo, the opponent loses the moment any part of them comes in contact with the ground, except for the soles of their feet. So even if
or
you
they leave the ring if they're in a ring.
Or if they're-
I know
oh,
that,
yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
That much I've got, but it's more about.
So in this particular instance, the way that a sumo would grapple is less like a wrestler, which would grab body parts, and they would actually be grabbing what is called the mawashi, the belt surrounding the character. So because Crag, as let's just have another look at his glorious art piece. Look at him. Look at that Crag. Wonderful Crag. You are grabbing both sides of that belt, and what you're then trying to do is use your weight to shift and rock his large form left and right, leading into you then just taking control of his motions and his movement. So that's a standard action to do so, and requires an opposed athletics check against Crag.
Yep. So you can roll that for me.
Yes, I will. Let me start with Crag, and then we can know how much you have to beat.
Sure.
All right, 21 is the number to beat.
Okay.
And your athletics check.
+7.
Yeah, here we go. Ooh, 22!
Nice.
As Hatsune grabs hold of the belt, you have now seized control, and Crag gains the grappled condition. Alright, very nice.
Now, that's one action or two?
That is one action.
I've got how many more? Two?
You have two more actions.
Okay, so I will try to tip him over.
Alright, so you're going to try and knock him prone.
Yep.
Now, because this is your second attack action, it comes at a -5 penalty.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, let's see what you get with this. All right, there we go. Oh, that is a natural 1.
Oh, unfortunate.
All right, that being said, Crag needs to defend, and he is currently being grappled, which is going to impose a penalty on him as well. Alright, let's see how he does. Okay, he manages to avoid being knocked prone. So, you've still managed to maintain the grapple. You've rocked him from side to side, but he has not gone over yet. Mac is making us reroll. Mac, is that reroll for me, or is that reroll for Hatsune? Because that could be a big difference.
Yeah.
It'll probably be for you. Okay. Just waiting for that call from Mac. Or I'll just assume it's for you, because that'll be the better. That'll be the better.
It would make sense otherwise.
Behind the stream, Hatsune. Yeah, there we go. Bam.
Okay.
Oh, that is an 8. Close. Very close.
Better than crit fail, but yeah.
It is better than a crit fail. Yes, it is better than a crit fail. Which it would not have been, but just. Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's not too bad. Alright, so that's your second action. You've rocked him from side to side. But Crag is still standing.
So then I suppose my last action, I just want to plant my feet and stand steady.
All right.
Mountain stance.
In mountain stance, yes, thank you, Liliu.
Very well. You take on a mountain stance. This will add to your defense, giving you a +2 to your AC as you prepare and prepare to defend.
Yep.
All right. We turn to Crag, who is not eager to be grappled by someone so small, and is going to try to break free. So he's going to try his athletics check to begin with. Let's see how he goes. All right, and he has to break free. Oh, actually, sorry, that should be a +4 to that. So that is 16 to break free versus Hatsune's 21. He does not break free. He's struggling. He is trying. All right. At this point, he moves on to an attack, taking his fist and yelling something like, let go of me. And he slams Hatsune from above. Or he tries to. But he does not. He misses with a 17. Wow. Jesus.
High AC.
Mountain stance is strong.
Huh?
Yes.
Mountain stance is strong.
Is that with mountain stance included?
Yeah, it will be.
So,
What does that do?
We set up Nick's character sheet to pretty much automatically include mountain stance.
Okay. How'd you get expert in that? Is that with monk? Monks have expert.
Yeah, monks started at expert in unarmed.
Nice. And the miscellaneous.
And then there's this mountain stance is 4, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Damn.
You enter stance, strike you can only make, yada yada yada. Deal 1d8 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, well, amounts to get +4 item bonus and a +2 circumstance bonus on any offense to shove. Yeah, wow, that is very cool.
Hatsune's armor class 19. She just shrugs off attacks.
Yeah, she does. Absolutely freaking does. All right. Yeah. Nope. She as the fist hits down, it just does not find purchase. It does not do anything. He's gonna try again because he's just desperate. As he brings his fist to bear. Oh, a critical miss.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, I figured it was gonna be a critical miss, but like a natural 1 critical miss. As close to the reroll, almost. You know what? Those rerolls, by the way, Oracle, real quick, have done so much to save people throughout the time that we've had them. Like, we've even had moments where the entire community's come out and just like refused to let people die.
Oh yeah.
Not pointing at anyone.
Not pointing at anyone, Neil. All right.
One of my rerolls is one of them that did that too.
Hey, that's true. Hatsune. I would like you to pick a number between 1 to 5 for the critical fumble for this barbarian.
I would pick a 3.
3, alright. 1, 2, and 3. Grave miscalculation. You critically hit yourself with the attack.
I love that one.
Alright. So as he's leaned down to kind of like punch you, now keeping in mind, this is a non-lethal attack because he doesn't actually have training with his fist. He is going to try and headbutt you. He's trying to punch you, but you kind of raise your head and sort of thrust into his nose, dealing 12 points of damage.
Don't mess with a rock dwarf.
Yeah, you don't mess with the rock dwarf. All right. Wow, he is not looking great. Not looking great. Tamaki, it is your turn.
Seeing that she has him grappled now, and they're kind of, in between them, I now assume they have the situation kind of handled. I'm still going to kind of in a circle, so I avoid the Goliath, or not the Goliath, the human. I'm gonna go run over to the Tengu, kind of land next to Kaito. I'm gonna go next to Leo. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Yep. All right.
And
Very well.
And I just tap him on the shoulder and I say, "Here, drink this. This will help." And I'm going to, as my action, hand him it's called a Drake Heart mutagen. And I say, drink that, and your life will be a lot easier in this. And I'm going to back off, looking for more guards. So then, look for, to help the situation. So at least no one, if we can avoid an unconscious fight or, avoid a possible death, I'm going to once again blow the whistle, see if I can get any guards this way.
Sure.
Kind of as the action to give him the potion.
All right. Yep. And your third action, you're continuing to blow the whistle. All right.
Yep.
Liu.
Every bartender I've ever met says that to me. Somehow it never seems to work. But hey, make my life better, sure. Liu actually feels like Hatsune's got this under control, so he's gonna just squat down on his haunches, like he's sitting essentially. Not actually sitting on his bum on the ground, but just squatting down. He'll take a drink from the potion, and he'll just sort of gesture across to Hatsune as an invitation to tip the guy over to trip him up over you basically offering an assist for a trip action.
Okay.
Push him backwards and have him fall over me.
All right. Very well. You will have a advantageous situation, Hatsune, to basically, like when kids are in a playground, lying down behind someone's knees, you just,
Yep.
So you said you drank the thing then?
Sure, you gave me a drink, I drank it.
All right.
What do you expect you to do?
You under your feathers, you feel your skin change a bit as you grow scales.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Your eyes become sharp and your pupils become slitted. Your limbs grow wiry quick, but your mind reflexes are a little slower. You get a +4 to your AC, and you get a +1 bonus to perception, and it lasts for a minute.
All right.
You can use Final Surge, which
It's okay. It probably won't be an issue.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah,
If I need to make another action, I will deal with it later.
Gotcha. It was more of a just in case,
Yep. No, I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. All right. With that being said, the scaly bird, almost as and I want to take a moment to say it's almost as if Neil has learnt nothing from playing Starfinder with me about just giving people random potions and things without telling them what it does, because it's cool to take random liquids and not know what they do without telling anyone.
Well, at least you picked the right person for it this
Yeah.
time.
So far, what I've got is that from a venerable household, this elven magistrate is inciting violence and dealing drugs. So, sure.
My kind of guy.
Yeah. Look, and I want to point out, I'm not being mean to Neil. Okay, I'm not trying to make his character, seem like some sort of lunatic. This is all him. This is what happens when you play with Neil. Neil's like, I'm gonna play a scientist. I'm gonna collect the bunyip and stick you with this needle. Yep, that's the scientist. I'm gonna play a magistrate. I know what I'll do. You, hey, go punch that guy. I'm gonna feed you this. Don't ask what's in it. I've made it mostly out of my own things. All right.
Has the one eye bigger, like.
Yeah, the one eye bigger and everything. It's just, oh my god. Yeah, all right. So very well. After ingesting something and transforming yourself into a lizard, Kaito, we then go to you, who has healed the giant. The large, heavy-set giant turns to you. Ooh. What happened?
That man that's grappling with the dwarf over there just, like, attacked you out of nowhere for no reason from behind and just started wailing on you after you were unconscious. I can't understand him, so I don't even know.
Oh, he just growled.
No, I'm saying that to him. I'm like, I don't even understand what that man was saying before he attacked you, so I don't even know why he even did it.
Well, I'm certain I know what he's about to say. As he stands up to his full height, let's see. There we go. Pardon me while I very quickly add this guy to the equation. What did I say his name was?
I don't think you gave him one.
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, I just knew him as the giant.
Very well. His name
I
is
should probably ask
Nomura.
Nice.
That's cool.
All right. Nomura will, unless you wish to stop him, will move over to this individual, standing
he has
over.
every right to.
Yeah, he stands quite over where everyone happens to be, and he uses one of his. It's actually a hooked blade. These are traditional Chinese weapons, which are called. Google, don't fail me now.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, I know. They are called Hutou, or the Tiger's Head Hook. As he basically uses one end of it to hook around the barbarian, and he's going to attempt to fling said barbarian as hard and as far away as he possibly can.
Into a building.
All right, that is a critical hit on a 4.
On a 4? What?
All right. And wow. Severed spine. The target must succeed a fort save or be paralyzed until healed.
Well, can't say he didn't deserve it, but ouch.
He, however, does not manage. He does not fly anywhere. That's the kicker. Let's see if he makes that fort save.
Rips his arm off.
He does make the fort save. However, he is hit quite devastatingly. As he is, he only has a fleeting moment to look at the giant before we then go to. Oh wait, sorry, you got one more action if you want it, Kaito.
Oh, you know, I'll pass my turn because I'm curious what's this gonna lead to.
All right, then it is Hatsune's turn.
Well, firstly, can you remove the big giant from the screen so I can see what's going on?
Never.
Yeah,
I will
we
add a
don't have-
second
Or
one.
just add another one.
Thank you.
More!
Thank you.
Add more big giants.
Well, I've just watched the big giant come in with his big hooked sword. The name escapes me. And take a big blow. So I'm going to try and tip this barbarian over again.
All right, make your attack action as you wail on this barbarian. Now, are you just trying to knock him down to restrain him, or are you going to try and, like, force him over? Because you can make a non-lethal unarmed strike as a thrusting action to try and knock him over Liu.
Yeah, I'll try and knock him over Liu.
All right. Here we go. Ooh, that one will unfortunately miss.
All right. Oh, try a second time.
All right. Second attack. That one will hit.
Awesome.
As you do so, that will... that will bring him so close. He does, however, trip over and fall over Liu. You do have a third attack if you want to take it.
Now he's on the ground, so officially in sumo terms, I've won.
Correct.
However, I know that he's not a competitor that sticks to the rules.
He definitely cheats, 100%.
But
Not saying
am I
that
going
Crag
to
cheats,
risk-
by the way, because Crag is a wonderful human being who I know is in the chat. So thanks, Crag.
Different Crag, yeah.
It's a different Crag. It's a different Crag.
Now, let me think. Trying to figure out whether it would be dishonest to hit him because he's down, because by sumo terms, I've won.
It depends on your martial arts style, but it is not it's not generally uncommon to finish someone. If you are doing non-lethal damage, then that would be acceptable.
Yeah, I'll do non-lethal damage and see if I can, knock him out or something. Yep.
All right.
So it's probably an unarmed attack, I suppose.
That'll hit. And with that, forget the fact that it says dying in the chat, but with that last one, you kind of basically slam the body of the barbarian down, and as you do so, he falls unconscious.
Yep.
At this point, the group is suddenly surrounded by guards who are making their way in from around the place to the whistle of Tamaki. As they arrive, the giant kind of puts his weapons away and kind of moves back a bit. He's still very injured, but he knows, when the police show up, you gotta kind of, back away. Crag is down. Liu, I presume you kind of like try to shade away a little bit as the guards have shown up. Kaito, what are you doing?
I kind of shift in place with the guards approaching because I'm not fond of authority. But I also try to use this moment to rep Bolo a little bit. Be like, these are the kind of fighters that you'll see when.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Wow.
I love it.
Try to draw people's attention.
All right. And Hatsune, what's your response to this? To the guards coming?
Well, I'm not that stressed. I'm just gonna obviously stand back, but just relaxed. I'm a victorious sumo who just won her bout.
Yeah, you are. You're absolutely.
I'm ignoring any jeers and boos because there will be jeers and boos because the female dwarf just kicked butt in a sumo style, which
Oh,
is
look,
probably going to be offensive to some.
It's far less.
but-
It's far less of a boo and more of a just like quiet, like okay. It's like a lack of less of a boo and more of a lack of appreciation. But
So she'll be acting like you might, not ostentatiously, but she'll be acting like you would expect a sumo who had just won a bout. Polite bow would obviously be polite and respectful to the police who are now coming, because she has successfully defeated.
Well, for sumos, when they win a bout, what they would do is they would spread their legs and take a low stance. They would then lift one leg and then stomp it before gesturing forward to thank the opponent and the crowd. So you would have one hand out gesturing towards them, being very, very proper with that particular motion. And of course, the crowd again sort of starts to part as the guards make their way through. You hear the whistling, like make way. What's going on over here? Tamaki, you are the first to address them.
Thank you for coming so quick. This human flat out attacked this Goliath over here, and we tried to restrain him as best we could before you guys came.
At this point, a voice comes out from the crowd. That's not true. I saw what happened. That guy told him to beat up that giant. He says, pointing at you. I saw it too. Yeah, me too.
I'm an honest guy. I would point out that I couldn't understand what he was saying.
So you gestured at a civilian.
Completely.
He wasn't a civilian. He looked like another fighter.
So you knew he was a fighter, and you gestured to another fighter.
I did not think that he was going to flat out punch him and knock him out. So that's when we intervened, and we helped them out.
By looking at the fighters, like by beating him up.
I look at him. He's up.
He's beaten up. Yeah.
Fine. He's beaten up.
And it seems as though the only person trying to restrain the target was this sumo.
The sumo was successful, actually.
Yes, but these blade wounds over his body.
He was going
and the blood dripping from your scarf.
I point out that he was going to attack her while she wasn't looking, so I took initiative to stop him.
I think you'd better come with us, son. As the guards, as a couple of guards grab hold of the barbarian and sort of drag him away. You see the guards kind of picking up Tamaki. Now, this is really bad. Not bad in a traditional sense. Like, yeah, okay, sure, getting in trouble with the police is bad. This is bad in the sense of your father is going to be furious. But as this happens, all of a sudden, a figure emerges from the crowd and says, "Officers, if I may have a moment. This is strictly a misunderstanding. I'm sure that your leniency would be much more approved than anything in particular. The conflict is over. The who, wheres, and why are not important. I'm sure there are plenty of other people who could use your attention." And as that happens, the guards sort of look at each other and they see who's talking to them, and they see this individual. And Kaito, you recognize him straight away.
Yeah.
This is Bolo. The guards look at each other, they nod, and they kind of stare at Tamaki, and they, not keen on leaving you behind, but they do so.
I give them one of my elixirs of healing to them to give to the human.
The guards?
Yeah,
no,
I say
we're not taking random drugs from our suspect.
I tell them what it is.
No. No.
They know what I do. I don't hide it.
Yeah, but they don't trust you, Neil.
Yeah, they probably have their own care facilities. I'm
Yes,
sure.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Fine,
Currently,
take
they've
him,
been talked out of arresting you. This is not the moment to be like, actually, I'm a good guy. Take my drugs. Jeez. So the guards move away with the barbarian. The giant thanks Kaito for lending aid and for helping him. He says if ever he can return the favor, to definitely ask, and he will do so. And then he kind of leaves as well. And which brings us to Bolo, who says, listen, I saw the whole thing, and I think that I've got an offer for you guys that you will not want to refuse. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are going to conclude today's session, as we have run out of time. Now, there is something I want to show you guys. Normally we do favorite moments, but sadly we're not going to do it today because we were running so far behind. And I know that we have to wrap. But there is something I want to show you guys because I did find it and I was very impressed with it. So for those of you who would like to see, this handsome devil here is the real life Crag, who I was very fortunate enough to meet. And
That's awesome.
he's freaking huge. Right? Like, I am not a short individual. I'm an average sized person, but Crag, look at that. Look at that gorgeous face. I love Crag. Crag's like one of my favorite people. So
awesome.
even though this Crag was like, you know, the big heavy barbarian and stuff like that, you know, like Crag's delightful. Crag is lovely. We love Crag. And if you haven't had a chance to go subscribe to Crag's channel, he runs like a whole bunch of Mario Party stuff. So, you know, if it's not good enough to know that, like, you know, Crag's a great guy, I mean, who plays Mario Kart and like is a bad person? No one. That's who. All right. So, without any further ado, thank you so much to my wonderful players for being a part of this game. Again, we are going to be flying off the seat of our pants in regards to a lot of this stuff, so it is going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back next week, same time, same place. And if you would like to, I have recently released a video on my YouTube channel in regards to getting started in a an Asian themed campaign for role-playing games. So that is now available on my Facebook page, my YouTube channel. So go check that out as well. We are now going to go and raid the delightful, dreaded GM, who is amidst his 72-hour charity stream. We are going to go and share with him some love and support him and throw color sprays at him. We're going to do the whole thing. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.